So the infrastructure bill finally looks ready to pass. There were two hold-up senators on the Democratic side, a senator from Arizona and a senator, I believe, from West Virginia. With that said, it looks like compromises are in the works, and Pelosi says there is a chance that the bill will pass this week. And if it doesn't pass this week, it will pass in the following or subsequent weeks. Understand, there's no alternative. The country desperately needs the infrastructure bill. The government definitely wants to inject money into our economy. And this is a great way to do it. So let's talk about how you and me are going to make money. There are infrastructure and material plays that people are not talking about. So I'm going to bring up 3 or 4 stocks. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm seeing. I'm going to give you my entry. I'm going to tell you what price target I have. The great thing is, I'm not telling you have to buy only stock or buy options or you have to enter it into one way or another. What I do and what these videos do are they simplify for you. And I make it easier for you guys to process information the same way Wall Street does. So stick with me. Let's pull up a few charts. The first stock I'm going to talk about is CCI. Let's not confuse it with CCL Carnival. This is CCI. So let me get the chart up. Let's bring it out here. All right, so we got CCI, which is Crown Castle. It is a materials play. So the first thing I do is I look at the 3-month chart, because 3 months ago, this stock was pushing $200. 3 months ago, we were talking about the same infrastructure bill and there was demand for this stock. So let me actually open up the 1 year so that you can see it, because this stock in March of this year was $146. Okay. In May, it was $178. That's where we are right now. So we haven't been as low as we are since May. That's like 4 to 5 months ago. So when I talk about creating a sale and realizing that a sale is going on, here it is right here now. All right, so we're going to look. It went pretty quickly from $178 all the way to $200. So you understand that I think history repeats itself. This stock is going back to $200. Earnings were good. You have the infrastructure bill coming out. All catalysts for this stock. So let's break it down and look at the 3-month chart. Now here we go. Now you can see buying as it's 188 on the way down. Now you can see buying at 175 after it had 5 straight sell-off days. So that tells me 175 is a pretty darn good base. Now you'll see the stock's at 179 right now. So after it's 175, what happens? What do I tell you? It consolidates. You still have back holders. So every time you get the first bump after stock sells off. Now I say stock sells off, you get a quick bounce. Okay, I called it a bump. But you get any type of bounce here and you're going to have more selling. And as you can see, the volume was lighter. 1, 2, 3 light volume days. So although the stock is going down and people are selling, the volume is getting less and less. What does that tell me? It tells me very soon there's going to be inflow days, which are green, and they're going to get bigger in volume. So what do we see next? Let's go down to it here. 10, 12, 1.5 million. Then we have almost double 3 million, then 2 million. All right, so inflow. These are institutions loading up. They say to themselves, $170, $171, $169. Those are all good prices. And when I say they're loading up, they're buying like 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 shares. I mean, you're talking about anywhere from 20 million to $50 million positions. And what are they looking for? It's $170. They're looking for it to go to 205, something to that extent. They're looking to make 20%. So now that we understand what the institutions are going to do, we can profit off that. We know they're in at 170 and they're all the way into 180 now, and we believe it's going up to 205. So let's you and me make money. All right, so we're looking at inflow, sell off. Again, the market got hit. It was down to 167. And then you get 1, 2, 3, 4 straight days from 167 to 179, which is $12, which is about 8 or 9%. So it's not a killer move because we've seen stocks go 15%, 20%. This is a 4-day nice move. So if you look at the 1 month, you can see exactly what I'm seeing. Inflow here, inflow, and then 4 days of inflow. So this stock will proceed higher. You go to the 5-day, you're looking here, inflow. There's just buying going on. That's it. Everybody knows infrastructure bill is going to pass. There is demand for this stock. The people selling are the ones that take profit, which will be you and me. It just hasn't happened yet. I mean, I took a profit on it once already on this stock. I took a profit when it jumped up here. So that's it. I wasn't looking to crush it. I'm in, I'm out. But for everybody else, these material plays could be longer term holds. You could probably hold it for 3 months. All right, so let's look at the 1-day chart. Here we go. You got a dip here in the morning. Dipped all the way to 176, 177. Dipped in the afternoon, 178. So if I'm going to give you entry, I'm going to go off this dip here, this dip here, this dip here. So I'm going to say entry can be about 178.72. All right. So again, the stock is at 179. If I'm looking to get in again, I'm getting in about at least $1 less, maybe even $2 less. I mean, right now we're sitting 178 after hours. I'm looking for a dip on Monday. If this opens up down Monday morning, then I will be in at 176, 177. That's good for me because, again, remember, institutions, I believe, will push this north of $200. Okay, let's find a second materials play. But before I show you one, please pound that like button, pound that subscribe button. You understand I drop videos every day. I'm here to simplify. I'm here to explain to you so that you can make money. The next stock I want to bring up is U.S. Steel. The symbol is X. Understanding that when the infrastructure bill passes, and it has to pass, there's no other alternative. Understand our country severely needs new bridges. Our country needs improvement to the rail line system for freight to go from East Coast to the West Coast, from the North to the South. If we're going to be building bridges and sending steel all over the place, we need infrastructure. So I mentioned sending steel. Let me pull this up on the chart. Here we go again. The company is U.S. Steel. The symbol is X. We're going to go to the 1-year chart. I'm going to the 1-year chart because I'm going to show you the same thing. Again, we're talking about infrastructure in here. Originally, in April, the stock spikes all the way up to $26 from $21. So we're at the same spot. History repeats itself. We're at $21.88. So now let's look at the 3-month chart. You can see the same thing that I showed you with CCI. There's infrastructure talk. It spikes all the way up to $29.45. I think it actually got pretty damn close to $30. Now from that $30 range, which was exactly 2 months ago, you had some selling off. Now it's $27, then it's $25. Remember, we're still at $22.88 right now. And that's still too expensive for entry. So we're at $25. Boom, goes down to $21.50, which is a great entry if you ask me. After a stock goes down like this, I mentioned you can see the recovery and then the sell-off again. And then we had 4 out of 5 straight sell-off days, really light volume on the end. When we have light volume like that and it's selling off, it's telling me that it's about ready to turn around. And then lo and behold, let's go to the 1 month here, because here is the really light volume. You can see, you can hardly even see it. It's right here. You can hardly see it. So it doesn't surprise me that the next day we had inflow, and the stock went up a full $1. Then you have consolidation. Again, you can't even see the volume. It's so light. It's probably like a 13 million. That's nothing. This company does 35 million. So you're talking about 30% of the average volume. Next day, inflow and demand up to 22.44. So again, right now we're at 22.88. My entry, or my suggested entry, is going to be $22.15 all the way up to $22.36. Okay, so let's look at the 5-day chart. And what you're going to see is light volume finally picks up here when they start talking about the infrastructure bill passing. And we're at $22 and it pushes up to $23. So again, what I'm looking for is my entry, or when I tell you guys it's going to come back down, I'm looking for entry right about here because it fills this gap here it fills a little gap here. So it would make sense if it comes down between this range, 22.44, and 22, let's say 18 or 19. Now understand, if it comes down to $22.44 or $22.18, it's going to be off 2 to 3%. Light bulb moment. When I talk to you about looking for a sale, you look at your options price and you say, okay, they want $200 per contract. If the stock goes down 3%, it'll go down 60 cents. It'll make my options $1.50. So I'd rather pay $150 per contract than $200. Understand that I'm saving $50, which is 25%. So I'm creating a sale price for entry of 25%. And then let me just bring it back up because I'll tell you where we're thinking it goes to. We're going to bring up the 1 month chart real quick, even though I thought I was done with the chart. Actually, the 3 month chart. Because we'll see right now, chart looks great, but we're at $22. We still need to fill this gap right here, which takes us north of $25. So I'm talking about not a guarantee, but pretty much if you heard me and you know how I operate, I'm confident to the 99th percentile that this is going to at least $25 in the next 1 or 2 weeks. Now, with that said, my longer term goal, if you have stock, would be to sell in this range right here, which is $27 to about $27.59. So let me just recap for you real quick. Entry is $22.18 to $22.40. Exit strategy. If you want to play it safe, you can exit out north of $25. If you want max profit and you're holding stock, I would be holding till $27.49. And I believe that number will get hit in the next 2 months, if not sooner. So you're looking for over a 20% gain, stock only, within 2 months. That's a hell of a trade. Let's remember, I'm here every day. I'm here to simplify and, of course, make you money.